From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go.
They'll run on first down. Sawyer. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Crunch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Bravo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Let's Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Go. Mike, 51.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Hey, get him.
A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Called that a very strong gain of 24. Darnold from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Switch. Hey, Haywood.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Wentz uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Go. Alert 3. 25. Check 25.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Ringo. Oh, 80.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
First and 10.
On first down, Sawyer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Sunday. Under 61. Matchbox lights. 52. Switch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second and 12, Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Hines, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Darnold. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Here's Hines, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season, and the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Badgley up and good, and the lead is now 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll try the left side. Sawyer, he's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On first down, Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Darnold. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Safety scraping. Sunday. Patch it. Undercrunch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going for the right side here, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three.
On second down, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Back.
This is Hines. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Darnold. And that's complete to Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
7 yards there and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run with Hines. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Nyheim Hines, 79 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Sawyer. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
He praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Darnold on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Darnold now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
82.
From the 39, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles get a score closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, high 7. Go, Mike 51, Mike. Ready? Hey, let's calm down.
Here's Darnold. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.